Now that we have our deck and our stairs back here in the back of our building, let's go ahead and add a railing that's going to go from the staircase back to the house. Zoom in here and select on this little railing right here. If you select on the stairs, it won't allow you to modify the railing, but if you select on the railing itself, it'll give you the options to click on Edit Path. From here, pick on this line tool and click at the endpoint right here and draw it straight back toward the house. Click the big green check mark up here. And let's take a look at what it is that we've done. Come up here to the little house and click on it, and take a look at this in a 3D view. You can see that by adding that line, we were able to extend this railing back and attach it to the house. We're going to do the same thing now with this railing, except instead of taking it here and bringing it straight back, we're going to come up here, come back about 3 or 4 inches, come over, and then go straight back. That bringing it back 3 or 4 inches is going to allow it to make this transition. You can see how this is coming up and comes straight back without much problem. Sometimes if you try to make a curve, it doesn't always like to clean up this nice and this pretty right after it's come off of an angle like this. So in order to be able to make that transition, we're just going to bring that line back in order so this is a nice, clean, smooth piece and it's not broken up into segments. Close this view down and then come over here and select on the railing. Select Edit Path, pick your line tool, pick that point, and come back 4 inches. Next, draw a line from here to here. Now, I'm not exactly sure how far off of that was, but if I click on this point right here, I can then click here and then pull this to the end. And I can see now that that's 11 inches off, and I want that to be 4 inches off the end. Now I'm going to pick on this line here and come straight back and attach to the house. Now, if we pick the big green check mark now, we can come back to our 3D view and take a look at what it is that we have. Now you can see how the railing comes up. It was able to make the transition smoothly. It comes over and now ties back into our house. One other thing that I want to point out is right now these are kind of short, maybe not quite the right style for this. So I'm going to select on each of these railings, and if you hold down the control key when you're selecting, it'll allow you to do both of them at the same time. I'm going to come over here to the type selector list, and in the pull down here, I'm going to select on handrail deck. Now you can see how I have a much taller rail. I can also tell you that this railing has slightly different materials applied to it, so it's going to match the style of our house fairly well. In general, placing railings is really easy. It's just a matter of specifying the path that you want the rail in order to be able to follow. And if you allow the railing to clean itself up, most of the time, it'll give you a nice presentation and a nice 3D model.